Hey everyone, welcome back to VentureKidz. Now that you've seen how awesome entrepreneurship can be for kids, and if you haven't, check out our playlist in the top left corner. Now, for parents who already have a business, getting your kids involved is a fantastic start. But for those families thinking, how do we start a new family business together? Well, today, we're diving into one of the most successful ways to do it: brand building. And to guide us, we're using insights from one of the best books out there, Ryan Daniel Moran's 12 Months to 1 Million. Okay, quick clarification. The main goal here isn't to say, kids, go make $1 million business. Absolutely not. The real goal is to get started, to learn, to see how businesses work, to solve problems, and to build that incredible confidence and resilience step by step. It's about the journey, not just the destination. Coming back, in his book he simplifies hitting that $1 million mark down to this: sell 3 to 5 products, each around $25, and get 25 to 30 sales per day for each. Simple, right? So how do we do that? Ryan gives 7 steps for us to follow, which are: Step 1. Develop the mindset. Do you know how the son of a small kirana shop owner became the youngest self-made billionaire in India? It is none other than Rathesh Agarwal, founder of Oyo Rooms. As a teenager, he was already hustling. He tried small online businesses, built classified sites, and even experimented with Airbnb-style ideas in India long before Airbnb ever caught on here. But none of those early ideas really worked. Still, he didn't quit. He went on to build Oracle Stays, a platform to list budget guest houses and homestays. But there was a big problem. Rooms had inconsistent quality. Customers didn't trust the listings, and the model simply wasn't working. Even his co-founder left the company. But he didn't walk away. He took responsibility for fixing what was broken. He went city to city, property to property, learning exactly what customers complained about. He believed he could solve it. That belief pushed him to transform the idea completely. And that's how Oyo Rooms was born, a tech-driven, standardized budget hotel network that changed the entire industry. And that's what made him the youngest self-made billionaire in India. And here's something Ritesh himself says that hits hard. Life gives you only 2 options: risk or regret. And he always chose risk, because regretting what you didn't do hurts far more than failing at something you tried. The big lesson? Entrepreneurship starts with mindset confidence, resilience, responsibility, and a love for challenges. When kids learn this early, they naturally become creative problem solvers who take smart risks instead of living with regrets. All right, with the right mindset, let us now move on to the next part: finding your customer. Do you know how a couple of guys who couldn't even find an affordable place to stay ended up building a billion-dollar brand? Yep, that's the story of Airbnb. They were struggling to pay their rent. At the same time, a big design conference was happening in their city, hotels were fully booked, and travelers were desperate for affordable places to stay. So the founders asked a simple question: if we're struggling with rent and people out there are struggling to find room, could this be the same problem from 2 sides? Turns out, yes, and that tiny insight became the spark for Airbnb. Here's the real lesson. Airbnb didn't succeed because everyone travels. They grew because they focused on a specific niche: budget travelers, young professionals, people who wanted something homely, personal, and cheaper than hotels. That emotional need, comfort, connection, affordability, became their tribe. And that's why finding your customer comes before finding your product. Forget the product at the start. Think, who is my customer? Sometimes you are your own best customer. Other times, you'll find your niche in your friends, community, or people constantly complaining about the same issue. Start with the customer. The product will follow. That's the real power of getting your niche right. Step 3. Product development. Once you've figured out your niche, ask yourself, okay, what are these people already buying? And What annoys them about those products? This helps you come up with 3 to 5 ideas that naturally fit their needs. Pick one product as your gateway product and start with that. Next, actually making the product is easier than you think. Go on Alibaba or IndiaMart, find a manufacturer, order some samples, and hand them to your niche for feedback. Keep it simple. Don't wait for it to be perfect. Just build a minimum viable product, something basic that works, and put it out to an initial set of customers. Get feedback. The goal is to launch, learn, and improve, not to chase perfection. Step 4. Social media build. Now you've got your first prototype in hand. This is where the real fun begins. Instead of trying to chase a massive audience, focus on building a group of people who actually care about what you're doing. A small, responsive crowd beats a huge silent one any day. So how do you get that? Simple. Start sharing your journey. Pre-sell your product, post behind-the-scenes clips, talk about your struggles and wins, ask your community what they think, and give early bird discounts to your first supporters. Bit by bit, you'll notice people getting excited, rooting for you, and waiting for launch day. That's how you build a real community. What Ryan calls stacking the deck. It's like gathering your own little tribe that grows with you every step of the way. Step 5. Reaching 25 sales per day. So you've stacked the deck, launched your first product, and boom, you've got your first wave of momentum. Now the goal is simple. Get to around 20 to 25 sales a day. That's your sweet spot. How do you reach it? Start running simple video ads with real customer reactions. Use Amazon pay-per-click to get discovered, and keep chatting with your buyers. Once you're hitting that steady 25 sales a day mark, it's time for your second product, something that naturally takes your customer to the next step. And here's the cool part. When product 2 sells, it actually helps product 1 sell even more. That's the famous snowball effect. Your brand gathers speed with every launch. Just remember, don't drop all your products at once. Release them one by one so the momentum keeps building like a rolling snowball, getting bigger and bigger. Steps 6 and 7. Scaling and profit. Now that sales are rolling in, it's time to level up. Your next mission? Bring in even more customers and start building a small team, people who can help with fulfillment, customer support, and ads, so you're not doing everything alone. As you grow, you'll start fine-tuning things, improving your website, tweaking your product page, and making sure more visitors actually hit that buy button. And once your brand has some trust behind it, you can gently raise your prices to build a solid profit margin. Keep marketing, keep optimizing, and when you're consistently hitting $10,000 a month for 3 months straight, boom! You've officially laid the foundation for a $1 million business. And remember, this isn't about making your kids build a $1 million business tomorrow. The real purpose of this video is to help them develop the mindset of an entrepreneur, to think boldly, solve problems, stay resilient, and grow with confidence. So don't wait for the right time. Start now. Start small. Every step you take today plants the seeds for their future. And if you want to go deeper into these ideas, you can check out the book. Its link is right there in the description. Thanks for watching VentureKidz. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your suggestions in the comments. And if you want to join our young entrepreneur community, sign up using the link in the description.